Tonight, our coverage as a new report shows private equity firms are poised to make significant profit from Trump's deportation drive. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Elia Batul. The Canadian government has banned several hundred models of assault-style firearms. The announcement has been made by Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc. The policy shift is effective immediately. It arrives just ahead of the 35th anniversary of the tragic École Polytechnique massacre in Montreal, Quebec. The newly prohibited weapons list includes over 300 makes and models. Owners of these firearms are granted an amnesty period until October 13th of next year as part of a planned buyback scheme. The move aligns with the ongoing implementation of Bill C-21, despite previous legislative hurdles and public backlash. Conservative leaders are criticizing the decision. They say the measures unfairly target lawful gun owners while neglecting criminal gun use. Ontario Premier Doug Ford is set to introduce stringent legislation targeting the dismantling of homeless encampments across the province. This decision aligns with the request from 12 mayors seeking stronger measures. They are calling for the use of the notwithstanding clause to override last year's court ruling that protects such encampments. Ford says the proposed laws will empower municipalities to address public drug use and clear encampment sites. Critics, however, say that these measures simply shift the visibility of the homeless without offering sustainable solutions. Opponents include New Democratic Party leader Merritt Stiles are advocating for more housing and support. They warn that without viable solutions, the cycle of displacement will continue. This comes as shelters are at capacity and homelessness is on the rise. One man has been fatally shot and another hospitalized after a shooting incident in Brampton, Ontario. The Peel Police describes the incident as a targeted attack outside a home. The tragic incident unfolded late Wednesday on Odeon Street. First responders found two men with gunshot wounds. One had succumbed to his injuries at the scene, while the second victim's injuries are not life-threatening. Surveillance video shows the chilling moment when gunmen opened fire on the victims. The victims were clearing snow from their car. The Ontario Provincial Police are investigating a second related shooting in nearby Caledon. No injuries have been reported in the second incident. Authorities are searching for a white sedan seen in the footage. They are urging witnesses to come forward with any information. 2 Canadians have lost their lives following a domestic disturbance in a distressing incident in Krakow, Poland. A 23-year-old man killed a 24-year-old woman of Polish-Canadian descent on Tuesday night. Later, he committed suicide using a police officer's gun while in custody. Despite being handcuffed, the suspect managed to seize the officer's weapon during questioning at the police headquarters. Both individuals are reported to have been former partners. The local district prosecutor's office is investigating the incident. Global Affairs Canada is closely monitoring the situation. Palestinian news agency reports in the past 24 hours, the Israeli army has killed 32 Palestinians and injured 95 others in Gaza. Reports show Israel has committed 3 massacres against families. More than 30 civilians have been killed in Kamal Adwan Hospital in Beit Lahia. The casualties occurred when Israel targeted a residential block right next to the hospital. Many deaths are still unaccounted for as they are buried beneath the debris. Multiple drone strikes also targeted the hospital. A large number of patients and medical staff have been injured. An airstrike in Rafah has killed 3 people in Khirbet al-Adas. In a separate incident, 2 civilians have been killed in central Gaza due to bombing. Hamas has agreed to an Egyptian proposal to establish a community support committee aimed at managing Gaza through national mechanisms. This move signals a potential shift towards national unity and the resolution of long-standing internal divisions. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 44,612 Palestinians. More than 100,000 have been injured. Recently, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes and crimes against humanity. Israel also faces a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its deadly war on Gaza. Lebanon's health ministry is accusing Israel of once again violating the ceasefire. This comes as the Israeli military has targeted Bint Jabal town, injuring 5 people. At least 4,047 people have been killed since October last year. 16,638 have been injured. President-elect Donald Trump's Middle East envoy is engaging in key discussions with leaders in Qatar and Israel to secure a ceasefire and swap of prisoners and hostages. Steve Witkoff will officially assume his role under the Trump administration. However, Witkoff has already met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Qatar's Prime Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani late November. The talks aim to build on stagnant negotiations. The push for peace and stability comes as Trump recently warned of hell to perpetrators if the hostages are not freed by his inauguration. Private equity firms are poised to profit significantly from U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's proposed mass deportation efforts. A recent report by the Private Equity Stakeholder Project highlights these firms avoiding the public eye, yet they are set to capitalize on the expansion of detention and deportation services. These firms are expected to secure lucrative contracts, bypassing standard vetting processes. Publicly traded companies like Geo Group and Core Civic have already seen their stocks rise with the anticipation of increased deportations. The report shows private equity firms, however, controlling a significant portion of immigration detention facilities at 63%. These firms are not publicly traded and therefore less transparent. These firms also dominate essential services within these facilities, from healthcare to telecommunications. They often prioritize profit over quality, leading to declining service standards and increased risks for detainees. Moroccan football star Noussair Mazraoui has refused to wear a rainbow jacket endorsing the LGBTQ+ community. He plays as a defender for Premier League club Manchester United. Mazraoui cites his religious beliefs. His decision led the club to drop the initiative just hours before their game against Everton. Mazraoui's stance echoes actions by other footballers like Sam Mercy and Marc Guay. Recently, Mercy and Guay have objected to wearing rainbow-themed armbands for religious reasons. Following the event, Manchester United has reiterated its commitment to diversity and inclusion. The club says it supports players' rights to personal beliefs while continuing efforts to promote equality. The club's LGBTQ+ fan group has expressed disappointment. However, the group says it supports the player's right to his views. That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum.